asked this auntie, I showed her a picture. I said, can you do this? She said yes. I showed her a picture of feeding cornrows straight backs, you know? It's very simple. Tell me why I left that house with Ghana weave.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Candice Laverne and welcome to my channel, honey, or welcome back if you've been tuned in. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the story behind how I became a braider. So if you're interested, then let's get into this. Okay, so basically, let's start off by saying my love for hair definitely came from growing up in Trinidad. So like in Trinidad, no matter your background, whether you're rich or poor, people always showed up clean and well presented, hair neat, clothes crisp, all of that, you get me? So this was something that literally stuck with me since day one of my life, I guess, like since I realized it. And I always liked my hair being neat and clean and nice and trendy or whatever. There's people that didn't have the money to express themselves through their clothing, like money wise, would express themselves through their hair. So growing up in Trinidad, I definitely saw a lot of crazy, outspoken, out there hairstyles. I remember growing up in Ireland, I would always come up with these crazy hairstyles for my mom to do in my hair, and it would be like, you know, those mohawks. You know those mohawks with, like, you do your natural hair and you get cornrows and then rubber bands and then the rest of your natural hair out. This is your girl was forcing them hairstyles, okay? And I was literally the only girl in my school that would actually come through with them kind of hairstyles as well. Like I remember people would be like, but yeah, I liked those kind of hairstyles. I like expressing myself through my hair, I guess. Why would I was pulled up to my school as the little black girl with the crazy hair, like period, as I should. So after having my son at 17 and not completing my last year of secondary school, basically the following school year, because he was born in the January, so the following September I actually went back. I tried to repeat my last year of school, but that wasn't really going well because like I didn't have proper childcare resources, etc. So I was missing a lot of days again. That led me to not completing that year again. So fast forward to summer 2017, my son was already 1 and I already flopped repeating the last year of school. So I remember I started just thinking like on a regular basis. I started deeping like you didn't finish school, so like what am I gonna do with my life? I actually remember thinking to myself, what's gonna be my hustle? What's gonna be my thing that I want to do? Because like at this point I'm 17. No, I just turned 18. I had a 1-year-old and I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. I was thinking I was gonna do tourism in college, like just to, you know, say I'm doing something in college. That summer I started wondering what my hustle would be, and subconsciously I started searching for that exact thing. Like what would my thing be? Like I didn't even know I was searching. And it's funny because I used to have conversations with my boyfriend about this, like about what my hustle would be and what do I see myself being in the future. So back then I used to watch a lot of YouTube and that would, like, you know, help me pass time, and that's what I was just doing, watching a lot of YouTube. I loved watching natural hair videos and transitioning videos because that's when I was really getting into being natural. So I started watching a lot of natural hair videos. Like I always watched it, but I really started going ham in the natural hair era of YouTube, the area. So I always liked playing around in my natural hair and, you know, trying out stuff like that. Summer when I started watching a lot more natural hair videos, my boyfriend had a little sister that was about 6, 7 at that time, and she is mixed race, so her hair was really, I guess her hair was like long and she had like long natural hair. So I started playing around in her hair also because her mom would just do ponytails, pigtails, like those kinds of hairstyles on her. So I started playing around in her hair and doing all of the cute little styles I always saw growing up on little girls in Trinidad, the clips and the bows and the bubbles and all of that stuff, and also hairstyles that I had seen around Instagram on little girls as well. One day I was just doing what I did, you know, I was going through YouTube trying to find something to watch, and I realized that I kept seeing recommendations for how to box braid, and I was just like, can y'all quit showing me these recommendations? Ain't nobody trying to learn how to box braid. Like, ain't nobody trying to be standing behind nobody's head for hours and on top of hours, sis. Like, can y'all stop recommending me these videos? Like, I said it out loud. And my boyfriend was like, why don't you just try it out and see if I could do it? Because I already knew how to do natural hairstyles, as in I knew how to cornrow, natural hair, and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, thank you, sir. No, thank you. Do I look like I'm trying to be standing behind someone's head for hours on top of hours? No, dodge that. And we just laughed about it and, you know, went about our day. But then I was thinking about what my hustle's gonna be again, and I was like, hold up, wait a minute. You could be onto something here, because I'm tired of all these aunties in Ireland who don't really care about natural hair, didn't know anything about natural hair care, or weren't really passionate about doing hair. They rarely ever did the hairstyle I asked for, and they don't even like when you let them know that either. So they don't even do it professionally either. Like, they just did it as a side hustle, way for them to make some extra money, like some quick money, some quick cash. And I'm talking about the ones that don't even treat it as a business. Like, you pull up to their house, their kids running around screaming, they're cooking while they're doing your hair, taking breaks to eat. They be on the phone for hours on end. They even got the nerve to say they're going to the shop real quick. Like, I can go on and on and on, but that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to bash anybody. We're not here to bash any aunties, okay, sis? So I started to think how there's really a market here for braiding in Ireland. Like, there was nobody that was really offering the styles that I wanted to offer. No one here did feed-in cornrows, braided ponytails, all that kind of stuff. Like, sis, I really went through it. Like, I haven't got my hair braided by someone else since I started her hustle, because I'm just like, y'all ain't gonna play with me no more. Y'all ain't gonna hurt my feelings no more. Do you know what happened? I asked this auntie, I showed her a picture. I said, can you do this? She said yes. I showed her a picture of feeding cornrows, straight backs, you know? It's very simple. Tell me why I left that house with Ghana weave. I left her house with Ghana weave on my head, sis. I was so hurt. I was just like, I'm tired of this I'm tired of it. Like, y'all be getting my hopes up for nothing. So I knew that what I wanted to offer and what I was bringing to the table was gonna be different. Like, so I wanted to do all those trending hairstyles that I saw in America on the gram, all the hairstyles that I saw growing up in Trinidad. And one thing I always knew I'd bring to the table was passion and perfection, and that I would do your hair the way that I would want my own hair to be done. Cause sis, I knew the struggle. I've been played too many times, okay? I know the pain of showing somebody a picture saying, can you do this? And then they play you. In the end, they do what they want to do, regardless. And guys, till this day, I still haven't got my hair laid the way I be laying y'all's hair. Like, I haven't got my hair braided that way since. I won't lie though, there's a few other braiders in Ireland now that I definitely will be going to in the future to get my hair done, because sis, I was planning to go to UK just to get my hair done, and also to eat some Trini food, you know, because, you know, they don't be playing over there with the Caribbean food. But yes, I was really gonna go to UK to get my hair done, because one thing I hate is having a half-assed hairstyle, especially when I'm out here giving 110% to my clients, taking my time, doing it with passion. Like, so I took it upon myself to become a braider and bring to the market something that I wished was attainable back then in Ireland. You know, because I saw it on Instagram. I remember seeing it growing up in Trinidad. Like, I was like, Ireland need to quit playing and, you know, get on job with the natural hairstyles and the braid styles and all of that. And basically, I was just hyping myself up the whole time. I was like, I'm gonna put y'all on. I'm gonna put y'all onto these clean hairstyles. I'm gonna give y'all 110%. I'm gonna be passionate. I'm gonna be a perfectionist. I'm gonna take my time. Don't rush me. Like, sis, my clients not be taking my time, okay? And basically that's how her hustle was born. Like after I came up with that plan that yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, I started plan. Actually, let me tell you guys how, like, after watching the video. So after watching that video on how to braid, I tried it on my boyfriend's little sister, his other sister, not the younger one. He has another sister that's a bit older than her, and I tried her hair. I was like, sis, can I try to do a braid on your hair real quick? And sis was like, sure. But I'm gonna lie, she was kind of like, here we go. Yeah, so basically I said, let me try this on her and tell me why I actually I got it on my first try, and I was just like, no. I was like, no. I was like, this meant to be. Like, I tried it and I got it like that. I was just like, this whole time you've been right in front of my eyes, all of these recommendations I was getting of how to braid, and I was just like, skip that, bun that, forget that. And I was asking myself the whole time, oh, what's your hustle gonna be? And the whole time it was right in front of my eyes. So it's just funny how life works. You'll be looking for something, looking for an answer, and the whole time it's right in your face. Like the whole time it was right in my face. I kept seeing those recommendations and I was just like I just swiped away. But yeah, let me give you guys a quick recap because I'm talking too long right now and I'm taking too long right now. So my son was born in January 2016. It was my last year of school and I wasn't able to complete it. So September 2016, I had went back to my same school and tried to repeat my last year of school, and I didn't complete it again because I didn't have the proper childcare resources in place at the moment. September 2016 to May 2017, so that's when I was repeating school, and that's when it all didn't work out again. That's when I started thinking about what my house was gonna be. Like in the space of a week, me and my boyfriend had that conversation. I tried to do a box braid for the first time. I did it, and I decided that that's what I was gonna do. 1 month later, after like 2 to 4 weeks later, not even a full month later, I created a hair page and I started doing hair. Basically, I remember even thinking, like, trying to figure out a name for her hustle, because actually back then I started it with my friend Yasmin. She was supposed to do like wigs and like installs and stuff like that, weave, and I was supposed to be doing the braids, but obviously that's not the path that she chose or whatever. And can I mention 3 months, tell me why, 3 months into doing hair, my mom decided I'm finna move. After we were living in the same area, Blanchardstown, Terrellstown, for like nearly 10 years we lived there, and my mom decided just then, when I finally felt like, yeah, like this is what I'm gonna do, you know, gonna build up my clientele. And let me just say, yeah, I won't lie, from the beginning of her hustle it was always popping, because I feel like it's the way I carried myself and the confidence and belief I had in myself from the beginning. Like from the jump, I called myself baddest braider. Guys, if you see the hair I was doing back then compared to now, like it was back then, it was half decent, you know. It wasn't bad because clearly people were coming to me, like I was booked out. I had girls' parents telling me my daughter, she didn't want to go to anybody else. She fought me to come to you. She wouldn't hear me like mentioning anybody else. She only wanted her hustle, her hustle, her hustle. So it was just also surreal to me in the beginning of like doing hair. People felt like that, so it fueled me to really push hard for, you know, her hustle, my thing. So after the first 3 months of her hustle and getting my brand out there and getting bookings and doing hair, I actually started off doing hair in the African shop that was literally 2 minutes away from my house. Like, guys, it was so convenient. There was a childcare right around the corner from my house. But no, my mama had to move. She had to move because she got a new job in a different location. She got a promotion in a different location, so she decided she was gonna move. Yeah, so we moved from Dublin to another county, County Louth. And then, guys, September 2017. So at this stage, my son is like 18 months. I had tried to repeat school the first time and it didn't work out. And then I started doing hair. Then September 2017, I tried to repeat school again, but this time it wasn't with my secondary school. I did it in a college. I decided to do it in a college this time, and basically that's when we had moved also. So I was traveling from County Louth to Dublin with my son every day because I actually got a college that had a creche, that had childcare on campus, and it still didn't work out. Like, it just didn't work out. And like a month or two later, I started working in this hair salon in Ireland, and I remember starting there. It just made me realize more that like this is something that I should be doing. Like, hair is what I should be doing. Like, people loved my work, people loved the way I was passionate about it. Hair was just making the most sense to me after trying to repeat my last year of secondary school twice and it not working out. So 2018, 2019, and 2020, that's all I was doing, doing hair whenever I could. Tell me why my mom moved every single year. After that first time we moved to the next county, she moved every year. So 2018, it would have made a year that we would have been moved out of Dublin, and she decided to move again. I was doing hair in that salon, but then it just didn't work out, so I started doing hair from home, I think. And my mom ended up moving again, and this time she moved about 30 minutes further from Dublin, where my clientele was based, where everybody I knew was like where my influence had the most impact. So we moved another 30 minutes further away. And when we moved to this house in 2018, it was a bit better because I put my son in creche and I was doing hair from home. So it wasn't bad, but it was still bad because it was like an hour distance from Dublin city centre, and it was basically down to whatever client was willing to travel that far out to come to me. But surprisingly enough, people still came because if it's something they really want, they're gonna come to me regardless of where I am. And it worked out for a while, I guess. The end of 2018, beginning of 2019, I actually found out I was pregnant with my second child, and I was only 20 at that stage.